Hot Topics Live with Joe Rogers.
And good morning. Welcome to Hot Topics Live. I'm Joseph Rogers. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. It is hard to believe that another year is almost over, and this is our second season finale. And to help celebrate this morning is our Vice Principal for Student Affairs and my special guest co-host, Mr. Edward Bernard, who's back for his second appearance on Hot Topics. Good morning, Mr. Bernard.
Good morning, Joseph.
Nice to have you here on Hot Topics again.
It's good to be here.
Now, before we begin the interview, I wanted to mention that last year you mentioned on there that you were the fourth guest, the fourth choice to appear on Hot Topics, but
That's
this
correct.
year you were my number one choice to be on.
Thank you. Thank you. It makes me feel much better.
All right. Well, Mr. Bernard, this was certainly a year of transition here at Central Catholic. We welcomed Brother Patrick this year as our new president. We implemented a new class schedule and made a few staff adjustments when appropriate. Looking back, what are your thoughts?
Anytime you have change, I think it sometimes makes people anxious. But I thought both students and faculty responded to that challenge, and overall it's been a great school year.
Now let's talk about some of the charitable components of the school year, such as the Thanksgiving food drive, the Christmas project, and the Lenten mission drive specifically. I wonder how much of an impact do these projects have on the greater community, and how can we build on these current successes to aid our fellow Catholics and LaSallians in the future, because these are all topics that we covered here on this broadcast.
Sure. Well, as always, Central Catholic students have risen to the challenge of supporting their brothers, and I think specifically, as you mentioned, the Lenten Mission Drive, our brother's school in Haiti, extremely generous. I'm always impressed, and I know the rest of the administration and faculty are always impressed at the number of sacrifices that our students make to support our brothers, and I think the efforts for our brother's school in Haiti were very impressive this year.
Now this year we mentioned earlier that we debuted a new schedule expanding the length of the school day and period times and adding a delayed start each Wednesday to allot time for faculty meetings in preparation for Middle States.
Sure.
Since Middle States is over, is that schedule going to carry into next year?
Well, as you might expect at this point, the 13-14 school year calendar is still being finalized. But I think it's reasonable to expect that there will still be some delayed starts. Maybe more on a monthly basis than on a weekly. That's still subject to some change, but I think one thing that we did realize this year is that the delayed starts allowed valuable time for our faculty to collaborate and to plan some departmental work together. So it was very valuable, and I think we could expect to continue some of that.
Will we keep the period times at 44 minutes and end at 2:32?
I think that's still being finalized.
All right. Now, shifting over to athletics, I interviewed a wide variety of athletic teams this year, from tennis to basketball, track, and baseball. In particular, Adam Blazinski won the WPIAL title and is competing next week at the state tournament in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Actually, he's leaving today.
Oh, he's leaving today, yeah. I think that this has been an excellent year in terms of athletics.
I would definitely agree with that, and given the limited amount of time that we have this morning, I think it's best for me not to mention specific teams or individuals, because quite honestly, I think if you look at each of our three athletic seasons, fall, winter, and spring, each of the seasons has had a significant number of both individuals and teams that have run deep into playoff runs. I think it's also important to mention that we have teams that compete on non-athletic fronts. Teams like the forensics.
Yeah, they're leaving today for Catholic Nationals in Philadelphia.
Correct. Our robotics team had a great season, as well as individuals who compete in PJAS. And that's not to mention, two excellent performances from our mask this year. So I think in general, to say that this is a banner year for student life at Central Catholic would be a fair statement.
Now, can the students expect to see any changes to our school campus after the summer holiday? And will the ongoing Classrooms of the Future project resume this summer, because we had to take a hiatus last year?
Sure. Yes, that initiative will continue this summer. I can't give you the exact number of rooms, but on the third floor, I think you can expect to see many of those rooms being upgraded to the status that you see on the fourth floor. Of course, there will be other small projects that will take place. There's a rumor that Office C may even get new carpet. If you've seen the carpet in Office C.
Oh.
So Brother Bob, if you're listening, Office C carpet for the summer. But in all seriousness, no, I think as with any summer, there's always going to be some capital improvements and upgrades, and the third floor classrooms will be the focus this year.
And finally this morning, can you make any comment regarding the iPad program here at Central? It is currently a pilot program with the scholars and other classes testing them in class, but will it be phased into the curriculum next year?
It will be phased into the curriculum next year, specifically with the freshman and sophomore classes. I think it's important to note that our faculty have done a tremendous job this year of educating one another on the use of the iPads and technology in general. I'll give a special shout out to Brother Tony, who has really headed up our iPad program. He's done a fantastic job. But really, all of our faculty have spent hours. They talked about the delayed starts. They've spent hours working on, as I said, educating one another. A lot of peer education going on. And, I think moving forward for Central Catholic, this is helping to keep us competitive and offering the best possible education we can for all students.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Bernal. Always an honor to have you on.
Thanks, Joe, and look forward to even continuing your show next year.
Good. That's good to know. I'm glad we have that security here. All right. And finally this morning, a few notes from the anchor's desk. Would like to wish best of luck to the Central Catholic crew team departing this morning for their national regatta in New Jersey. Also to the forensics team leaving for Catholic Nationals in Philadelphia. And, of course, to Adam Blazinski, who's leaving today for the state tournament in tennis in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
And the track team.
And the track team. We had them on earlier this year as well. So best of luck to those groups. It has been an honor and a privilege to air Hot Topics each week here at Central Catholic this year. We have aired 20 episodes since November. And, again, it's been an honor and a privilege, and one that's not taken lightly. I'll be back in September, but I hope to see you again then for Hot Topics Live. Till then, I'm Joseph Rogers, VNN News. Have a great day.